Hello Generals. M109, an artillery tank that everyone will get it at level 15. Let's talk about this tank and is it worth it to upgrade it? I have already opened all the types of the shell. So I give you my experience about the tank and my opinion about it. And should you get it? And of course you will get it anyway. But should you upgrade it or not? Now I have MK3 ammunition, I'm gonna use it. And what is the MK3 ammunition? It's a guided shell. That means once you fire, then you can aim the target. So right now I'm gonna fire just randomly whenever I just want to fire. Okay, let's say over here. I'm gonna fire over here, not aiming at the target. Then I can aim, and the shell will hit its target. This is the amazing thing about the this ammunition. It's a guided shell. Now, how the artillery works, of course, for someone who just want to use it right now, you use the drone, and then you can fire and aim your target. As you see, I have switched many times the aiming and then aimed at the target I want, and did 5,000 damage. Now, the damage of it is depend, as we talk about in separate video, how the damage works in ammunition video. You can go and watch it. I will put it up in the screen, right screen. Now I'm gonna fire again. Here I aimed and fired, and now I can switch the target. Now there is a downside about this ammunition. We'll talk about it. But the good thing, as we said, you can fire, then you can aim at the target. So it's very good for close combat. Now the cluster shell it's just a bomb or shell that's after impact it makes shrapnels to cover a big space. So it's, let's say, mini bombs on big spot. Let's fire one and see. Okay, and it goes up and then goes down. This is how it works. It's 5,310. So damage, it's not always same because shrapnels, so they are randomly. So like firing here. See over here 9,000. So it's just depend on how many shrapnels has impacted or hit its target. So this shell is very good for crowded enemy lines. If there is many tanks and you fired at them, you will make lots of damage. Here, as you saw, only 1,000, so it's just random. Now the downside about the MK3, it doesn't goes up very well. So if there is an object in front of you, most of the time it will not go above it. Unlike the other shells, they will go up and hit a target. To cover this weak spot, what you do is aim your gun manually up in the sky, and you fire, and you wait until it's crossed the object, and then switch to the drone, and then aim at your target. I know it's difficult, but this is a good experience, and you will be like more expert about these type of shells, because it's really good and it will hit its target most likely, unlike the other type of shells, because I mean the enemy is not going to be standing in the place, and you will need a lot of time until you aim the other types of shells. Unlike this one, you can follow the target and hit your targets with guiding shell. Now let's test the module damage, and is it good for destroying the tanks from close combat. Let's see, 18,000. This is great. It has a and I have talked about that. You notice there is a damage different from time to time, and we talk about that and what like that. You're gonna fire at the armor rack. Let's see. Okay, there is a reactive armor over here, and it didn't penetrate the tank. As you see, there is only destroying the armor of the let's say rather reactive armor first. As you see here, again, only doing splash damage 5,000 because there is a reactive armor that's protecting the tank. Now let's try from the behind and see the damage. There is no reactive armor. As you see, it's great. This is a cluster damage. It's making big impact once it's close the target, but the problem with it, it's really need a lot of time to aim. As you see, the circle is closing in, and then you can fire. The best advice is don't aim at the target exactly 100%. Aim in front of it, because it will make much more damage. Because it's gonna explode and make shrapnels, as you see here. This is 30,000. This is great and set on fire. Now about the tank, should you upgrade it or not? Well, it depends on you. If you like, for me, sometimes you want to play a chill match, just chilling and doing some damage from behind back lines. You can upgrade your tank and upgrade the shells, of course. But the problem is, when I played this game, there was no helicopters at tier 2. Right now there is helicopters at tier 2, and they can flank your team and destroy you. So you have to be much more careful. Before there was only the the jets. You have to be careful from it, and right now you have to be careful from the jets and helicopters, and this is annoying a lot. So you have to make sure to use smokes, and then you can comfortably back to your drone and aim at the enemies. So you have to make sure no one will try to get your tank. So of course you can upgrade if you want a chilling match. It's depend on your playstyle, and if you like to have passive game, sometimes a little bit don't want to engage in the fight a lot. And you will make about like let's say about 50,000, 60,000 damage, and it depends on your team. If it's covering you very well and not letting the enemy try to get you, you will make about 150, and sometimes I have made about 200,000 damage. So it's a really good tank. Now about the HE and the HE. The HE is explosive damage. It will make big impact on the enemy, but it has low penetration, 152, and the HE ammunition, it has much more potential of let's say more penetration. It has, but the smaller radius of this let's say radius of spread. That's like if you fire at the tank, it will not hit exactly. So you have to aim it much more carefully. Unlike the HE, even if you hit next to the tank, you will do damage. The HE, it will be 0 damage. So you have to make it sure that the HE shell hit its target exactly. Now we have to test the HE shell. The HE shell is really good at close combat, and it has a really powerful module damage. Now let's test it. Yep, I'm alright, because it has really high module damage. Now let's make sure about the HE ammunition. Is it really powerful enough? And for close combat, the best one is HE, because it has lots of potential and good penetration and good value. As you see, another AMRAC, because the ammunition, and even the ammunition, is deep inside of the tank, and it's in the middle center almost, and still got through the tank body and destroy it. As you see, the aiming is so small, because you have to make sure it hits its target. Otherwise, it will make a really minimal damage. Here we fire. His shell, as we see. Boom, gone. But as we said, it's only good against tanks that they are not moving. I mean, who's gonna be stupid enough to just standing over there? What the hell is doing? Yeah, we fire, and again, it's dead. This is the HE shell, and we will test the as we see, I just switched to HE shell, because we already have the HE shell, and you already know how the HE shell works. The HE shell is really amazing, really powerful. Okay, 20% battery. I have to make it quick. Yep. So In general, I have said it before, this artillery is really fun, and you can upgrade, of course. It's not the waste, believe me. Yeah, it's, if you want just to make wins and all that, just ignore the tank, because it's not really helpful enough in the team fight. Better to get an anti-aircraft for tier 2. Better to upgrade it very well, and you have to make sure that you have good main battle tanks, such as let's say the T-62, and upgrade it very well. There is lots of options, such as Bradley. It's a good vehicle that has multitask weapons, such as missile and machine gun, and you have drone that you can annoy your opponents with it. We'll talk about that in other videos in the future. Hope you enjoy, guys. And of course, you have to know this artillery has a machine gun. So if you have a problem with someone is above you as helicopter or jet, you can try to make them scared from you by your machine gun. So guys, this is all we have about the artillery. So after all, it's depend on your playstyle, and if you really want to enjoy a little bit from not just to win all of that. Yeah, and hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to leave a like and comment and subscribe if you want more content. It will help me to upload much more if I see lots of active on my channel, of course. Have a nice day, guys. Bye bye.